from Ukraine, playing for Team Blazer. It's Hellraiser. Sorry, for playing for Team Dominaticus Esport, I got them inverted.
That is quite all right, because in the top right, we have the blue. Krystianer playing for Team Blazer.
What in the world?
What?
He's faking a cannon rush because there's no forge. He went gateway.
And this is just going to be a nice little technique to get some probes pulled off the line there, the factory line, just to cause a little bit of havoc. And it's kind of working, really. Just getting a couple probes pulled, but then there's no cannon going down. So he knows, this is a bit of a bluff.
Hellraiser, you trickster. But he has the wall down the ramp, which is not even like a ramp on the high ground here either. So there is some real sieging potential that could be applied down the line here.
Well, that's the thing. It's not going to be shield batteries as the first line of defense to allow kind of an army to defend that natural. It's going to be gateways, and then if you lose those gateways, you lose your production, you lose units, you lose the battle. So, got to be careful there on the side of Hellraiser. Interesting decision there.
Oh, dude, that's a pretty cool name. Dominaticus Esports.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
Are you, did you ever study Latin and all that stuff?
No, I barely studied English, my friend. The English are not known for multiple languages. No, Latin has not crossed my mind. Maybe one day. What about yourself?
No. In school, actually, I had a bit of Italian, I had German, and then I learned nothing. But the one that I had the most was English, of which I probably learned the least in school. English. It was sleeping class. I learned English through like traveling and stuff and like watching shows, but in school I actually learned nothing. Feels wild,
man. That is quite interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess English is like, that's the thing, right? A lot of people learn English because it's the language of esports, it's the language of business and all that kind of stuff, which I think people should stop doing it. Like, Todd, you should stop speaking English, stop learning it. So should everyone else around the world. Like, I'm born in England, so I'm just super lazy. I just get to speak English everywhere, and it's not fair, you know? Like, make me learn a language.
Wait,
make me learn Latin.
You never had classes with other languages in school, or?
Yeah, but like, that's it then. You learn French, you learn German, and then that's it. They just leave you to it.
Wait, so you speak French?
No. I learned it for a couple of years. Yeah. See, I clearly didn't pay attention, you know? I didn't really learn too much, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I traveled a lot though as a kid, so it was I learned Japanese one time, I learned like Spanish, and I came to England and it was like learning French and German. It was like, nah, I give up.
It's hard in school. That's why video games are great. You're self-taught. You do whatever you want. There's no teacher to tell you this is the wrong way. If you want to proxy a Stargate out on the map, you're gonna proxy your damn Stargate and make some oracles out of it. Nobody can stop you.
Nobody can stop you, but can Krystianer stop this? Oh, sorry, can Hellraiser stop this from Krystianer? This Oracle aggression coming in. 2 Stalkers already on the mineral line, so that's easily going to be deterred. But what happens, Hellraiser, when I have a second Oracle coming?
Actually,
that's the question.
And there's 2 Adepts as well, which ideally you want to shade in first so they start being attacked, and then the Oracles fly in. Because if the Oracles are not getting attacked, they're golden. They're just up there doing all the damage in the world. I think that's what he should do. Just shades the 2 Adepts into the expansion, send the Oracles there, but he's setting up... Okay, no, he's setting up there.
We've even just been seeing some really good stasis wards, not even just in today's matches, but just throughout the whole tournament I've been watching and just seeing some really great snags. But as we say that, here come the Adepts coming in from Krystianer into Hellraiser's natural. The Oracles... See, Hellraiser knows. He knows that those Oracles are going to be coming, because he's obviously already dealt with them.
It wasn't super well timed, but even if it had been, I think as long as Hellraiser would prioritize more the Oracles with the attack of his Stalkers, he would have been totally fine. So I think that's why Krystianer didn't overcommit.
Does get more probes than expected. 8 go down. That was actually very well done. And of course, the shield battery is next to useless when you've got 2 Oracles.
Yeah, initially, it looked like a very solid defense, but then Krystianer actually found some very, very decent damage. So now we're going to go into the blink phase of the game where they're both researching it. With these 8 probe losses, Hellraiser is actually on 38 walkers to 44. Not the end of the world, especially because one of them apparently thinks it can mine with 4 out of 3 on the assimilator at the expo.
Little bit of mismanagement there, but he must have heard you because he just took one off. So he clearly is listening into our Discord here.
That was me in the school group project right there.
Yeah,
I'm helping.
Yeah, that was the one guy showing up on the day. So what are we presenting?
Hey, you tell me.
Well, Hellraiser is presenting an Immortal here. The blink is going to be slow for Hellraiser, but if he's planning any kind of aggression, it will be done by the time that does finish up. So not really too much of a problem there. Though Krystianer doesn't have any like Robotech here, so he's got the Oracles instead, which might be able to get a little bit of something done here. Even a Stasis Ward would be nice, but I don't think it has the energy for it. And it's just going to dip out.
He's gonna park it down there, maybe force Stalkers to stay on this side.
Quite smart, actually. If that's the plan, if that's the play.
Just leave it there the rest of the game. You got like 4 Stalkers, basically, like holding guards.
Yeah, hold him there at Oracle point. But now Hellraiser moves out, and Krystianer comes around the side and is going to be mounting an attack.
Oh my god, he's gonna go for it.
Just walk straight into the base. Is this going to be a bit of a base trade here?
Yeah. And Krystianer has no shield battery at the expo. He's making one now, but it's not going to be finished. Okay, I think he realized he has to hold in the main.
All these probes are going to go down there.
Oh my god. 7 minutes into the game, they're like, alright, let's swing for it.
This keeps happening, Todd. These Protoss players just wanting to base trade. They never want to aggress one another. That's the thing. Protoss players, they're cowards. They just want to have their PvE and just get 20 probes apiece across each other's maps.
Krystianer having killed already so many probes in the expansion, and actually the Oracle in the main traps every probe in the bottom left.
What
oh my
did
god.
I say, Todd? I told you the ward.
Oh my goodness. And now actually he needs to defend Krystianer. Those 2 Immortals are very... He needs to snipe the Prism. Alright, he gets it. Next should be the 2 Immortals. There is a shield battery actually being powered here on that third base to help out.
Dangerous there. The blink management being nice here to just keep those Stalkers alive, but the Immortal's still up and running. One is going to go down. And I think Krystianer actually has the advantage here. It does look like he's strong, especially with that shield battery in the back. Yeah, this is going to be it for Krystianer, but is this the game, though? That's going to be it. Yeah, I was just looking to see if there was anything back at home for Hellraiser, but no, Krystianer takes that one decisively. That was like a half base trade. They like base traded, and then they were like, all right, now let's fight each other now.
Yeah. I wonder if that was calculated by either player, but in particular Krystianer, because he was the one that had the earlier blink. It did feel like he postured forwards at the bottom, like a little bit to the right to where the army was, because he realized that, and he was waiting for his opponent to move out. So maybe he had everything planned in his head. He was playing like 4D chess. Like he was like, all right, he's going to move out. I'm going to start killing his probes earlier, which is a huge advantage. And then from there, I can just recall, be totally fine at home, and honestly, beautifully executed by him. I'm so impressed. In the moment, like even as a spectator, I wasn't even sure here observing what he should do. I thought maybe he should just go for it. Go for the main, full-on base race. Like, let's see, who holds better. Eventually, he's like, no, I can just recall. I've killed more in the first place. I just have to get the defense, and then he gets it. That was so well done.
Yeah. It is really fascinating, like, coming back into... Because like I was saying earlier, I took like a 7-year break from StarCraft. Then I came in within the last like year, and I've been kind of keeping pace with it a little bit. And the shield battery is so powerful for Protoss. Like just to say, all right, come and attack me. I've got batteries now, and it's such a defensive advantage in a mirror match as well, where you can keep pace with your opponent. You can build up Stalker for Stalker, and you can match them on it. But then when you attack in and they've also got the shield battery, it just makes it so difficult to be the aggressor. And that's why these Protoss are opting for these base trades, because they're like, I'll kill your shield batteries when your units aren't there. Seems to be the way.
It's really well managed. Every time that I cast StarCraft, I get amazed at the level that these guys have reached. Honestly, like, they're so on point with so many different things, which are so hard to do. It's such a competitive game. You have so many players like practicing all the time. And today is no difference. Starting in the top right hand side of the map here, in the blue, playing for Team Blazer. From Poland, it's Krystianer.
And we have in the bottom left with another really beautiful logo here in the red, the Protoss playing for Dominaticus Esports. It is Hellraiser.
What is that?
It looks like a phoenix,
Yeah,
right?
kind of, right?
But like a phoenix doing some kind of whirlwind blade storm kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Imagine it's like a mighty rooster.
Mighty. I don't think anyone has ever said mighty and then followed by rooster, but I'm with it, Todd. I'm on your side on this.
Actually, I just watched the new Top Gun yesterday, so I had that one on my mind.
Well, there you go. Oh, I've not seen that actually. I do need to. I watched the old one to like
Yeah.
in preparation, and
Oh, you did, yeah.
it was good. It's definitely a dated movie, right? Like it was just a bunch of jets flying. I felt like I was in like I don't know. I felt like I was in like a car wash or something. It was quite intense.
The new one was really good.
It?
Yeah, it was really good. Honestly, I'm impressed with the people that wrote this movie did really well because it's so rare for me to watch a movie and I'm at the edge of my seat.
Okay.
That was really the case here. Much like it's been today casting StarCraft.
It really has been. I mean, a lot of people, they go, oh, boo, mirror match, Protoss and stuff. But I actually really like Protoss mirror match. I do think it is quite an interesting one because it's a lot of mind games with this one. It can be very aggressive, a lot of proxies and stuff. So you really do have to be on your toes. So I do quite enjoy this. And yeah, we've had some really, really good games. I wish we could have seen a bit more Clement for Jumi. I was expecting, you know, a little bit of a longer kind of series there. But
yeah.
This one's shaping up quite nicely. That was quite a good previous match. We've got to see what Hellraiser can do to even things out a little bit here.
Both players are opening with 2 Stalkers first here from the gateway, so nobody going for any kind of like super early sentry. And I want to see how much effort they put into seeing exactly what first 2 units are coming out here. You want to sacrifice the probe? Do you want to get a pylon? Neither does that, but Hellraiser sees that it's 2 Stalkers. But that's kind of an important piece of information, because that tells you there could be aggression with this. There's also going to be like really good defense. But you know there's no Adept coming, so you're not going to be like really paranoid. You could, technically, you could even move back that probe inside of his wall here as Hellraiser, but if it's 2 Stalkers into 2 Adepts, you might regret that, so we'll see how safe he plays it.
Absolutely, and I guess you could be thinking about whether or not there could be a Stargate on its way as well, but of course we know that neither is the case for neither of the players here. So just a little bit of posturing for the pair. Just stalkering up at this point, and this is like we say, very standard for Protoss to just kind of build into those Blink Stalkers. You might grab some Immortals, you might grab some Oracles, and you go from there. Oh, actually, sorry, no, we do have Krystianer with the Oracle. I did miss the Stargate being made.
Yeah,
I'm an amateur.
But because of that, he actually has only 3 Stalkers against 4. That's what the shield battery is for. If this gets sniped, it'd be a disaster, but it finishes exactly on time.
Oh, but is the Stalker gonna die? Oh, a little bit of an overstep there from Krystianer, and he does lose one. Not great when he's already down one.
And now
Gotta use that shield battery.
The battery is out of energy, and Hellraiser's reinforcing nearby. He has a pylon on the left-hand side.
Shield battery's gonna go down. There's no effort so far to remake one. Krystianer there just giving up when he could have taken down a couple Stalkers, and now he's on the retreat. This Oracle has to do something.
He needs to defend with it.
Yeah.
Oh, a Stalker died and didn't make it close enough to the shield battery that was there. Wait, he's gonna counter with the Oracle. But there is a shield battery inside of the probe line on the other side. That's not even gonna do much.
And he's got to expect that there's going to be a shield battery there, right? Like, I don't think that's the play right now. I think he should have just used that. Oh, he tries to stasis ward.
Hellraiser really on point with the defense. Snipes that instantly. Zapped! That's what happens. Let's see that
coming in
pulsar
with a
beam, though.
second Oracle. Okay, coming in with a second Oracle, but, like, he's going to lose his natural here. Getting some probes, which is great, but
recall?
Now the recall comes in.
Hey, recall at the expo. Wait. What?
Wait a second. A little bit of a misclick, I think.
Yeah, maybe he has like both Nexus binded together, or maybe he was trying to anticipate the movements. Yeah.
I do that, but I don't expect Hellraiser to be doing that. But 10 probes do go down, so I don't know. I mean, that was nice from Krystianer, but he lost the expand for it. I feel like he should have just defended with the Oracle, but then again, he would have run out of energy.
Yeah, I think he dies too quick from Stalkers. Like, he can't afford to be fighting Stalkers ever with the Oracle. Hellraiser behind this is like, all right, I've lost probes, so what? I have double Nexus. I can chrono boost probes. That's the main thing he's been chrono boosting. I think that's the third one that I see. He did spend one of those chrono boosts on the Twilight Council here in the main base, so he wants to rush up to that blink as well to have better fighting capability and hopefully, I guess, eventually catch those oracles. I gotta say that probe defense in the main against the Stasis Ward was amazing.
Yeah, that was really, really good. They just tackled it. They dogpiled him. Didn't let him get away.
Tackled.
Now the oracles are gonna just cause that threat.
What's your sports?
Oh, what's my Formula 1? Big on Formula 1.
Okay, because you said tackle, I was like, okay, is he a rugby guy?
I don't really keep up. Like, the thing is, my sport is esports. Like, especially, I mean, you get this being a caster. Like, you have to watch everything all the time, otherwise you're just out of date. You know, like it's a full-time thing. So I just watch a lot of esports, but when I can, I watch a Formula 1. So.
How long have you liked Formula 1? Because I'm a new fan of Formula 1.
I watched it with my dad like when I was like 15, 16, and I'm like 28 now, so I watched it for like a good 5 years, and then again, like with StarCraft, took like a long break, and then kind of came back into it. So I've been watching for the last 2 seasons very regularly. So
okay, I watched a bit of last one, and then this season I catch a little bit here and there. The thing is, races are on Sunday, and there's always esports happening, so I'm not able to catch too many races.
Yeah, Sunday's a hard one, so, you know, there's always something going on. But do you have, like, a favorite driver or team?
I like a lot of drivers, but I would say my favorite is Sergio Perez. Checo.
Yeah, you can't not like him. He's so good, and he's such a nice guy.
And speaking of good, look at his Dark Shrine at the bottom here, Krystianer.
We'll get another one.
I love this because you expect the opponent to be sending hallucinated phoenixes very often for the scouts. And then if you make a Dark Shrine in your base, it's so silly, it gets spotted and it's like, alright, well, this is not going to do anything. Whereas like now, this is fully hidden, it's never going to get scouted, and Hellraiser has a single observer, which is going across the map right now as the Dark Shrine is about to finish, and Dark Templars could be warped in immediately at the bottom side of the map right now.
Yeah, this is really bad timing for Hellraiser, but obviously, I mean, we know, but he doesn't know. These oracles are going to come in at the same time as well and kind of draw the attention away. But he hasn't warped in any DTs yet. Got a little bit of a skirmish here on the third or the second expand technically for Krystianer here, but well defended.
Here we go. 3 Dark Templars being warped in. We'll see if they can do well or if they end up like Carlos Sainz into the gravel.
And we already got the reference. Let's go. Todd all over it. Just like Krystianer has to be all over these stalkers who are just doing some beautiful blinking around. Gonna have 2 DTs going into the kind of the natural and the main here.
One in each base. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
As they should be. And the DT just waiting for the probes. The probes walk right into his arms.
Oh, the observer. The observer of Hellraiser is at the third base. I think he cleaned up the first Dark Templar there. It's all about getting probes here. You don't care about units. You just want to slay as many probes as you can. It's been 14. And one Dark Templar is sneaking his way back into the natural.
Yeah, is it going to get seen? I mean, he's going to hide it off just so it doesn't glimmer in the sunlight, right? In the probe line there, in the mineral line. But 14 probes, that's really, really good. And it pulls Hellraiser full force back. Okay, so 15 to just even it out there. 15 from the DTs. And no more, says Hellraiser. That's it. That's all you get.
He just lost one more DT, though, in the third base. So that's, in total, 3 Dark Templars that went... Actually, wait. I thought it was 4. Oh, he had hidden that one. He hadn't lost it in the first place.
He managed to escape with it.
Yeah.
Really well played there from Krystianer there. But I think even when he was defending at his base, it felt like he had the stronger force anyway. But that's just a nice bonus, you know, like I think it's Day 9 says, win ahead, get more ahead. So Krystianer here setting himself up nicely.
I wonder if Hellraiser will realize eventually that there is a Dark Shrine on the map. Like, if he sends a hallucinated Phoenix across the map, sees no Dark Shrine anywhere, he might be able to realize. It's always a nice building to snipe, you know, not the most costly, but then you negate the opportunity for the opponent to warp in more of those Dark Templars.
Yeah, it just kind of puts your mind at ease when you know that there aren't more DTs potentially on the map, because it's gotta just keep you a little bit scared. You gotta put cannons all over the, you know, all of your mineral lines. You got to make sure you got observers in reserve just in case. So eliminating those DTs is definitely a solid play here. But now Going to be opting for a couple Archons for Krystianer here, just bulking out his force, teching up a little bit, finishing up charge and +1 attack, I believe that is. Or is that +1? Yeah.
Yeah, Hellraiser has a nice upgrade lead here. He's gonna get +2 same time as +1's gonna finish on the other side. I wonder if he might go for a timing, because he was still warping in Stalkers up until a second ago. So he's adding a Robo Bay, which indicates he wants to go into Disruptor. And Krystianer might be the one attacking earlier here. He's got some sentries, Guardian Shot. These Oracles also could do a lot here if he set up some Stasis Ward. Like if he goes there and set up some Stasis Ward to cover an attack from the other side.
And he's gonna do it. Look, he's listening to you, Todd. He's definitely... At what point do the observers become the players? They think they're in control, but they're not. We're in control. And Krystianer here, he's gonna bait out the play. He's gonna back off. He's gonna act like he's too scared. He's gonna walk right into these stasis wards. Not backing off too early. There's one.
That's actually super annoying. It might seem like it's just a few Zealots, but he needs every unit that he can get here. Those Hellraiser. He's already behind in supply. It's 85 army to 77.
He doesn't even need the wards at this point. What he can take advantage. He puts down another one, so Hellraiser's got to be careful. He knows that they're there. Managed to just snipe one Stalker and a Zealot. But now Krystianer, I mean, like he's got the Archons that are dropping off. He's got one Immortal. Hellraiser is very Stalker heavy, but he's getting some work done.
Yeah, Hellraiser did a very good job triggering those Stasis Wards here with just one unit at a time. Or some of these, the initial one. Oh, he's gonna go for the Prism! Oh my god! Oh. As I say that, half of his army gets trapped.
Just got overconfident there. Thought he dealt with them all, but no. And there's even one more left on the map. So, oh, that was so unfortunate. Hellraiser was in such a strong position and was potentially even going to take the GG there. Maybe he just got a little bit too overconfident and could, you know, sweaty palms. He could feel the wind within sight.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse, actually. Like, if Krystianer had a lot more left over, he would have been able to fight just half of the army, or, like, slightly more. Whereas, like, now it's like, well, they got stuck for a bit, but there was no fight. Actually making, or taking advantage of that immediately after. Sentry at the front. Have to be careful. That's a lot of Stalkers.
Prism here for Hellraiser, but does manage to snipe an Immortal. What are you doing there, buddy? You're on the wrong side.
And the Oracle's on the other side, actually, trying to find some damage of their own. But there's a cannon. It's just gonna die. Oh my god. How did that live?
Yeah, these Oracles are not gonna get much done here. They're gonna get recalled home. See ya.
Peace.
They're going to watch the Formula One.
Dude, Monaco's hype. From a yacht.
Yeah, they're going to the yacht, to the mothership.
Alright, engagement in center. There's that one Nova coming in. Actually, doesn't connect big time.
Nope. And I'm not really favoring Hellraiser's positioning here. It does look like with the Archons and with the Immortals as well, Krystianer just has a bit of a better engage and a strong attack as well.
Hellraiser is so Stalker heavy against Zealots, Immortals, and Archons. So it just needs to have like really clean blink back micro. But I mean, these armies are so big. It's what? He blinks forward? I guess he was confident. He has a Nova almost.
He is going to get +3 attack soon as well. But at the same time, Krystianer is going to get +2. So there is going to be still this attack advantage from Hellraiser here.
Zealots in the expansion, really well done by Krystianer here, finding some damage. He knows that this is happening at the same time, so he can just pull back with the main army. Gets engaged into, there is a stasis wall that traps some of the Stalkers. The Zealots are stuck behind.
And now here comes the Disruptor Shot. It's not going to get anything. It's just not been a useful unit here for Hellraiser. And Krystianer just had this better unit composition. It's been more effective, and now this is where Hellraiser's in trouble. Yeah, he's going to have another Disruptor Shot soon.
Zealots on the other side got cleaned up. Krystianer, he's kind of smelling blood in the water, keeps pressing forward.
Another Immortal goes down there. Really nice pick from Hellraiser. So he's just managing to just destroy the higher tech composition of Krystianer's army.
Oh, and the Zealots got rid of the cannon in the expansion. So the Oracle's flying now. Hello, probes.
Oh, and these Oracles are just going to be able to clean up.
Let's see. Krystianer does not want to pull back. He wants to keep on being aggressive. And he might have enough. I mean, they're equal on supply. Blinks forward, gets the Disruptor instantly. And some of the army of Hellraiser was missing because he was defending on the other side.
Yeah, and Hellraiser here, he's got the Zealots coming in now to deal with these Blink Stalkers, which is quite nice. Acts as a bit of a force field. But he's got to clump up his army. Can't let him just get baited into another stasis ward. Krystianer's been all over these wards all game, and Hellraiser's got to be more aware of it. Got to be careful there. Actually getting his own Dark Shrine as well, so he's going to be able to have some counter-harass coming up.
Yeah, actually that would be nice if there is some missing cannons in some of the bases. Hellraiser finally with the counter-attack. He's so Stalker heavy. Having that +3 is huge. Let's see if Krystianer can defend here. He's warping in Zealots. Krystianer is losing a lot of forces.
Hellraiser looks to have the advantage here, absolutely, but some of his Stalkers are just attacking the Nexus instead of attacking the Stalkers, so it allows Krystianer here to actually bat Hellraiser back, and he has to back off.
Hellraiser has 5 observers in that area here at the top. What the hell is going on? You could see the entire map if he spreads those out. He's gonna get the helicopter view of the Grand Prix, Cyber.
Yes! There we go, Todd. Yeah, and I mean, these guys are just expanding all over the map, and they're on like, what, 5-6 bases, and they're still on just Stalker Zealot tech right now. This is about as brute force as it gets, really.
Those DTs down there. The Observer was already ready. Really nice foresight by Hellraiser to just kind of place this there.
Gonna warp in a couple... Yeah, gonna warp in a couple DTs and Zealots just to help himself out there. But now we move into the skirmish in the middle of the map here. Hellraiser not in a great shot to take this win, so he's got to just kind of get back to base, get back to those battery shields.
Oh, he's running back. You don't have recall. He recalled not long ago, so it's gonna take forever for him to move back with enough units to clear that out. And I think the Nexus is going down, which is a disaster.
Really nice little Zealot run-bys by Hellraiser. And this is quite a nice, even game. You know, game 1 looked stronger for Krystianer, but this is nice and even here. It really can go any which way.
The unit counts. We have just the one Disruptor for Hellraiser. Those haven't been made in high numbers so far. I mean, they keep brawling anyway, so just keep on trading units the whole time.
You know, something I haven't seen yet that I would really like to see is a stasis ward, and then you wait until it's just going to end, and then have a perfectly timed Disruptor Nova, like right on top of it. I really want to see that from Krystianer.
That's really rare.
Yeah.
It's so easy to mess up as well.
Definitely one of those YouTube montage moments, but now the last Disruptor goes down for Hellraiser. I don't think he has... well, he doesn't have any more in production currently. Sorry, no, yes, he has one in production.
Hellraiser is starting to fall really far behind here, supply-wise, at this point. It's 86 army supply to 55. Wait, he's recalling. He recalled to the bottom right. I guess he was planning on evacuating. Wait, what? Why didn't he transfer the probes then? Is that a mistake?
I don't know, because now he needs his army here. Massive Disruptor shot, but it dies before it gets it off. That would have been perfect. The rest of the... Yeah, these DTs and Zealots are just moving at the bottom right of the map. They're trying to pull Krystianer out, but Krystianer knows that Hellraiser doesn't have any army forces back at home. It's just these handful of Stalkers.
Yeah, battery overcharge here is going to help, but there's just so much army. Link back to avoid the Nova. Krystianer has so many Zealots as well. The upgrades were matched. It's 3-0 for both. There's the +1 armor on the way earlier for Hellraiser, but he's trailing so far behind in supply now, despite being able to siege some of those bases across. Yeah, the cannon will help tremendously here. Get rid of those DTs.
I mean, I don't think those DTs and Zealots would have really turned the tide there in that battle, so I feel like maybe he had to counterattack, but I think either way, he just fell behind, like you said, in unit production. He just let that kind of slip for a time, and that's all it took for Krystianer to get that advantage. But Hellraiser